Hi, welcome to EdusLive Learning app. I hope all are doing good. Today we'll be discussing the previous years and important questions from the first chapter, Real Numbers. This is a very easy chapter. So we will check out the first question, and this is from 2024 board paper. The question is, the smallest irrational number by which root 20 should be multiplied so as to get a rational number. So first of all, what is a rational number? Rational numbers, we know the numbers of the form P by Q. So rational numbers are numbers of the form P by Q and where Q not equal to 0. And there is a condition, rational numbers have a terminating decimal. And coming to irrational numbers are numbers which have non-terminating decimal. So that is the difference between rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers have a terminating decimal and irrational numbers have a non-terminating decimal. For example, pi. We know pi is 3.14 or 22 by 7. So, actually it is not 3.14. There are also other numbers. So, it's not ending. It's not terminating. So, we can consider this pi as a irrational number. And we have plenty of other examples for irrational numbers. Root 5, root 3, root 2, all these are irrational numbers. And rational numbers are root 25, which is 5, root 36, which is 6. Those numbers are rational numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. They are rational numbers because they have a terminating decimal. And irrational numbers are root 20, root 5, root 3, root 2, pi. All these are examples for irrational numbers. So now you understood the difference between rational numbers and irrational numbers, right? Now coming to the question, the smallest irrational number. So in the options, we have root 20, we have 20, 2, 5 and root 5. The smallest irrational number by which root 20 should be multiplied. So we will take the first option. Root 20 times 20. This is 20 root 20. We have to get a rational number. So this is not a rational number. Next, check the second option. Root 20, we are multiplying with the second option 2. So this is 2 root 20. Again, this is irrational. Now, take the third option. We are multiplying root 20 with the third option 5, which is 5 root 20. Again, this is an irrational number. Now, take the fourth option, root 5. We are multiplying root 20 with root 5. That is root 20 into root 5 is root 25, which is 5. So, 5 is a rational number because it has a terminating decimal part. This is a rational number. The question is, we have to find the smallest irrational number by which root 20 must be multiplied and to get a rational number. So, when we multiply root 20 with root 5, the answer is a rational number 5. So, the correct option is D, root 5. I hope it's clear. Let's check out the next question. And this is also from 2024 paper. The LCM of two prime numbers P and Q, where P is greater than Q is 221. Then the value of 3P minus Q. So this is a bit tricky question, but it is very simple. It is given the numbers are prime numbers. Okay. We know for prime numbers, the HCF is 1. For example, take the case of 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers we have learned in lower classes. Prime numbers means numbers that have only factors as that number and 1. Only 2 factors for prime numbers. For example, 3. 3 have factors only 3 and 1. 5. 5 have factors only 5 and 1. So, prime numbers means numbers those have only 2 factors, that number and 1. Such numbers are called prime numbers. So, we will consider an example 2 and 3. 2 and 3, what is the HCF? it is 1. So here it is given the numbers are prime numbers. So HCF of these prime numbers P and Q is 1. And we know HCF into LCM is product of two numbers. And it is given LCM is 221. Okay, so HCF of two prime numbers are 1. So 1 into LCM. LCM is 221. That is equal to product of two numbers. Which are the numbers here? It's P and Q. So we will prime factorize this 221. 221 when we divide by 13 we get 17, then 17, 1. So 221 is equal to 13 into 17. And see, it is given P is greater than Q. P value is greater than Q, it is given in the question. So P value will be 17. Okay, so P value, we can take P value as 17. So P is equal to 17 and we can take Q value as 13 because the condition is given. P is greater than Q. That's a condition given in the question. Now we have to find the value of 3P minus Q. So 3P minus Q will be 3 into P is 17 minus Q is 13. Now what is 17 times 3? 51 minus 13. So 51 minus 13 which is 38. So the value of 3P minus Q is 38. I hope it's clear. Next question. A pair of irrational numbers whose product is a rational number. So in the options, a pair of irrational numbers are given. We have to find which option, when we take the product, give you a rational number. Okay, take the first case. First case, it's option A is root 16. Let's take the product. Root 16 into root 4 is root 64, which is 8. That is a rational number because it has a terminating decimal part. Now, take the second option. Root 5 into root 2. Take the product because whose product is a rational number, that is asked in the question. So that is root 10. Root 10 is an irrational number. Then option C, root 3 into root 27, which is root 81, 9. 9 is a rational number. Then D, root 36 into root 2, which is root 72, that is a irrational number. So question is, we have to choose the pair of irrational numbers whose product is a rational number. When you find the product of these two irrational numbers, we have to get a rational number as the product. So see, in the first case and in the third case, we get the product as a rational number. So the correct options are A and C. Okay, in these two cases, we get the product as rational numbers. I hope it's clear. Let's check out the next one. Given HCF of two numbers, 2520 and 6600 is 40. And LCM of these same two numbers, 2520 and 6600 is 252 into K. We have to find the value of K. So we know HCF into LCM is product of two numbers. We know this formula. And what is the HCF? It is 40 times What is LCM? LCM is 252 into K. 252 into K into product of two numbers. Which are the numbers given here? The numbers are 2520 and 6600. So we will take the product of those numbers. This is an equation in one variable. So we can directly find the value of K. K is equal to 2520 times 6600 divided by 40 into 252. On simplification, we get the answer as 1650. So the correct option is option A, 1650. I hope it's clear. The next question is very simple and it's from 2023 paper. The ratio of HCF to LCM of least composite number and least prime number. Prime numbers we already discussed. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers means numbers which have only two factors, that is 1 and that number. Composite numbers means the numbers other than the prime numbers. And remember, 1 is neither prime nor composite. Okay. So, which is the least prime number? The least prime number is 2 because 1 is not a prime or composite number. And which is the least composite number? After 2 we have 3. 3 is again a prime number. Then the least composite number is 4. So 4 means it have factors 4, 2 and 1. Okay, 4 have the factors 4, 2 and 1. So it's having more than 2 factors. So that is a composite number. So the least prime number is 2 and least composite number is 4. The question is to find the ratio of HCF to LCM of the least composite and least prime number. Okay, so we will take the ratio of HCF to LCM. What is the HCF of these two? HCF of 2 and 4, that is 2, and LCM of 2 and 4, that is 4. Now its ratio, that is HCF by LCM, that's the ratio, which is 2 by 4, 1 by 2, that is equal to 1:2. Okay, HCF to LCM. So the correct option is option A, 1:2. Let's check out the next question. Two numbers are in the ratio 2:3 and their LCM is 180. Find the HCF. Since the ratio is given, we can assume let numbers be 2x and 3x. Next, we will find the HCF of 2x and 3x. HCF of 2x and 3x is x. And LCM of 2x and 3x is 6x. See, in the question, LCM is given as 180. So, you can directly substitute 6x is equal to 180. So, x is equal to 180 divided by 6, that is 30. And what is this x? X is the HCF. Therefore, HCF is equal to 30. Okay, so we will assume the numbers be 2x and 3x. So, the HCF will be x for 2x and 3x and LCM of 2x and 3x is 6x. Since LCM is directly given, we can equate 6x to 180. So, 6 is equal to 180 means x is equal to 180 divided by 6, that is 30. So, x value is 30. X means it is the HCF. So, HCF is 30. Next question. If n is any natural number, then 12 raised to n cannot end with the digit. See, n is any natural number. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers means numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, etc. up to infinity. Okay, It is different from whole numbers. Whole numbers start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. are whole numbers. Natural numbers means the numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, etc. The question is 12 raised to n cannot end with the digit. So, these see 2, 4, 8, these are natural numbers, but 0 is not a natural number. So, the correct option is D, 0. Next question. The number 385 can be expressed as the product of its prime factor. So, we have to express this 385 as the product of its prime factor. So, we will prime factorize 385. So, 385. So, 385 is not divisible by 2 because it is an odd number. Then, is it divisible by 3? 3 plus 8 is 11, 11 plus 5 16. So, it is not divisible by 3. Next, we will find with, we'll check with 5. Yeah, 385 is ending in 5. So, this number is divisible by 5. So, 385 divided by 5, 7, it's 77. Okay, then 77, it is divisible by 7, 11, 11, 1. So, 385 on prime factorization, we get 5 times 7 times 11 times 1. 5 times 7 times 11. So, the correct option is option B. 5 times 7 times 11. Okay. Next question. Explain why 2 times 3 times 5 plus 5 and 2 times 7 times 11 plus 7 times 5 are composite numbers. What are composite numbers? The composite numbers means numbers other than the prime numbers like 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. These are composite numbers. So, these numbers have more than 2 factors. Okay. So, composite numbers means numbers that have more than 2 factors like 4, 6, 8, etc. And we have to prove these are composite numbers. So, the first number 2 times 3 times 5 plus 5. So, see 5 is a common factor. So, we will take 5 outside the bracket, and when we take 5 we have 2 times 3 plus 1. Okay, that is 5 times 6 plus 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. So, 5 times 7. Okay, now next number 5 times 7 times 11 plus 7 times 5. Again, 7 times 5 is a common factor, and inside the bracket we get 11 plus 1, which is 7 times 5 times 12. So, 5 times 7 is same as 5 times 7 times 1, and 7 times 5 times 12 is same as 7 times 5 times 12 times 1. So, in these two cases we see like they have more than 2 factors. Okay, these two numbers have more than 2 factors. So, these are composite numbers. So, both have more than 2 factors. So, they are composite. So, composite numbers means numbers that have more than 2 factors. I hope it's clear. Next question. The LCM of two numbers is 182 and their HCF is 13. If one of the numbers is 26. It's a direct question. We know the formula. HCF into LCM is product of two numbers. And what is HCF? It's 13 times. What is LCM? It is 182. And product of two numbers. The first number is 26. Then find the other. So let it be x. You can assume the second number be x. So x is equal to 13 times 182 by 26. 13 and 26 we can cancel 2. Then 182 divided by 2 is 91. So the other number is 91. Next question. If HCF of two numbers 336 and 54 is 6, find the LCM of these same two numbers 336 and 54. So this is similar to the previous question. We know the formula. HCF into LCM is product of two numbers. So HCF is 6. LCM we have to find, and product of two numbers. Which are the two numbers here? It's 336 and 54. So LCM will be 336 times 54 by 6. 6 and 54 we can cancel 9. So 336 times 9. 9 times 6 is 54, 5. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 5 is 32, 3. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 3, 30. So it is 3024. Okay. So I hope this entire session is clear. Thank you.